Ancestral
Humans lost
human
most
with
of
dense
their
body
thick
hair.
body hair millions of years ago,
Intermediate
but
generation.
strangely,
Modern human with sparse body hair.
one area kept a noticeable amount of it. Your armpits. The hair here can grow surprisingly long and thick. Yet it doesn't seem to help keep you warm. So why did humans keep underarm hair? Does it reduce friction? Does it have something to do with sweat and body odor? Or is it simply a leftover from our evolutionary past? What useful purpose does underarm hair actually serve? To understand it first, look at when this hair appears. Young children usually have very little visible underarm hair. Their armpits aren't completely hairless. Tiny fine hairs are already present. But then puberty begins. Hormone levels start changing throughout the body. Androgens become especially important for certain types of body hair. Hair follicles
Beginning with
in
a fine
specific
vellus
areas
hair,
begin responding.
androgen signals trigger the follicle to progressively enlarge.
The tiny hairs in your armpits start changing. They become longer, darker, and thicker. Eventually, they become the obvious underarm hair we recognize. This timing gives us an important clue. Armpit hair isn't simply another patch of ordinary body hair. Its development is closely connected to sexual maturation. And something else changes around the same time. Your armpits begin developing a much stronger body odor. To understand why we need to look beneath the skin. Your armpits contain several types of sweat glands. Apocrine glands produce the watery sweat used for cooling. They're found across much of your body. But the armpits also contain many apocrine glands. These glands become much more active around puberty. Their secretions are different from ordinary watery sweat. They contain
Here we
compounds
see a
that
cross-section of the
bacteria on your
underarm
skin
skin.
can break down.
The
and this
prominent
is where
apocrine
things get
gland
interesting.
releases secretion, which
Fresh sweat itself isn't the whole reason your armpits smell. Your skin is covered with microscopic bacteria. Most of them are simply normal residents of your body. In the warm, moist environment of your armpits, they thrive. They interact with compounds released onto your skin. Bacteria transform some of those compounds.
first we see the
The result
secretion
includes
droplets.
volatile
Normal skin
molecules
bacteria
that we
then begin the
perceive as
breakdown
body
process,
odor.
releasing volatile odor molecules which rise from the skin.
That's why underarm odor can become surprisingly strong. But where does the hair fit into this story? Hair changes the physical environment of your armpit. It provides additional surface area around the skin. Secretions can spread across the hairs. Odor-producing compounds can remain around the area. And air movement around the hairs may help disperse some odors. This has led to an intriguing evolutionary idea. Perhaps underarm hair once helped distribute personal body scents. And body odor can carry information about another person. But we need to be careful here. You've probably heard claims about human pheromones. Especially claims that they secretly control sexual attraction. The real science is far less certain. Scientists haven't established a human sexual pheromone system comparable to many animals. So we shouldn't say armpit hair exists to spread sexual pheromones. Chemical communication remains an interesting possibility, but it isn't the only explanation. There's another much simpler idea. Friction. Think about how often your arms move. They swing while you walk. They move rapidly when you run. And the skin of your upper arm repeatedly approaches your torso. Without anything between those surfaces, skin can rub against skin, especially during prolonged physical activity. Underarm hair may help reduce some of that direct friction. The hairs can create a small, physical layer between moving skin surfaces. That could make repeated movement slightly more comfortable. Pubic hair may provide a similar benefit in another high-friction area. But again, we shouldn't oversimplify evolution. There probably wasn't one moment when humans suddenly needed armpit hair, and evolution didn't deliberately decide to put hair there. Instead, different traits changed across countless generations. This brings us to the bigger mystery. Why are humans relatively hairless in the first place? Our distant mammalian ancestors were covered in much denser body hair. That coat could provide useful insulation. It could also protect the skin from the environment. But the human lineage eventually became unusually sparsely haired. One important explanation involves controlling body temperature. Early humans became exceptionally capable of sustained physical activity. Imagine traveling or running across a hot, open landscape. Working muscles continuously generate heat. Too much internal heat can become dangerous. Humans developed an extraordinary ability to sweat. Sweat reaching exposed skin can evaporate, and evaporation removes heat from the body. A dense coat of fur could interfere with efficient evaporation. Reduced
cooling.
body hair may therefore have improved heat loss.
Water loss. Endurance run.
But humans didn't become completely hairless. Hair remained prominent in several very specific places. On our heads, around our eyes, in the pubic region, and of course, under our arms. These different patches don't necessarily serve the same purpose. Scalp hair can protect the head from intense solar radiation. Eyebrows and eyelashes help protect the eyes. Underarm hair presents a different evolutionary puzzle. It appears around puberty. It grows in a warm, moist, high-friction region. And it grows beside glands associated with distinctive body odor. Put those clues together. Underarm hair may provide several small advantages rather than one dramatic function. It may reduce friction during repeated arm movement. It may influence how sweat and skin secretions behave in the area. And it may affect how body odors are retained or dispersed. None of these functions requires armpit hair for human survival today, which explains something obvious about modern life. Millions of people regularly remove it. Some shave it, others trim it. And some leave it completely natural. Removing underarm hair doesn't eliminate your sweat glands. Your body can still regulate temperature normally. And shaving doesn't actually make the hair grow back thicker. Cutting a hair simply leaves a blunt tip. As that short hair grows outward, it can feel rougher. And it may temporarily look darker or thicker. But the follicle beneath your skin hasn't multiplied. Modern grooming has therefore changed how we experience underarm hair. Culture influences whether people remove it or keep it. Fashion influences it. Personal comfort influences it too. But none of that answers the evolutionary question by itself. So why do we still have armpit hair? Probably not because of one single magical function. Its location gives us clues. Its appearance during puberty gives us another. Friction may be part of the story. Sweat and body odor may be part of it too. Chemical communication may have contributed somewhere in our evolutionary history. And some of the trait may simply persist because there was little pressure to eliminate it. Evolution doesn't remove every feature the moment it becomes less important.
Early human.
If a trait isn't
human,
seriously
near modern
harmful,
human,
it can
modern
remain
human.
for countless
Notice the change in
generations.
body hair density across generations.
That's why your body contains many traces of its evolutionary history. Underarm hair may be one of them. Most of our ancient coat disappeared. But not every patch followed the same evolutionary path. A few regions remain different. And your armpits are one of the strangest examples. That small patch of hair connects puberty movement, sweat bacteria, and evolution. It may look unnecessary today, but its location is probably not completely meaningless. It's a small surviving piece of the story of how the human body became what it is today.